Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another YouTube video. My name is Ray Brizzy and I do video and photography. And someone in the YouTube comments actually asked me how to do drone video and photography. So this is a quick little course on it. And yeah, let me just, before I even get into it, the two main things that you're really gonna need to learn how to use. And let me actually start recording on the phone so that you can see what I'm doing on the screen. All right, now I'm recording. So the first two things that you're really gonna have to know for photography is the ISO. And the ISO practically manipulates the brightness digitally. So right now I have it 100 because it's really bright. But if you change the ISO to something that's really high, if you go above 800, it might distort the image quality. And so that's something that you don't really want to deal with because you want to get everything first. You want to get everything done right the first time. And so that's that. And then the other thing for the shutter speed, if you're doing simple like photography, you're gonna want to keep it to at least above 125. Now the reason I have it at 1/160th is because of video, but let's just start flying the drone real quick. All right, cool. And so to take photos with the drone, with the Autel Evo particularly, you just press this button right here and it'll take the picture. But right now, as you guys can probably see on the screen, that it's really bright because of the zebras. So you wanna make sure that you're able to manipulate the ISO or bump up the shutter speed so that it's not as bright. So let me show you real quick. So it's really bright, so I'm gonna just change the ISO to 200, maybe 240. And there you see, it's not as bright as it used to be. So that's practically all you really have to know for photography. And for both in video and photography, you're gonna need Polar Pro filters. And practically these are sunglasses, so you know how sometimes you can't see because it's too bright? It's the same for the drone. And particularly for video, so like I said, for photography, you have to keep the shutter speed at 1/125th, no matter what you're doing. For video is a little bit different. So it depends on the type of frames you're shooting. So if you're shooting at 24 frames per second, you're gonna have it at 50th because it's more of a natural look. If you're gonna have it at 60, you're gonna shoot at 160, particularly for the Autel Evo. And then if you're gonna shoot at 120 frames per second, you're gonna have it at 250 or 260, whatever it is that the drone has it. So right now, I'm gonna just do a quick little video. And I'm gonna change it to 160 because I am shooting at 60 frames per second. And I'm gonna click this one right here and then I'm gonna just start doing video. And so I'm just going forward and stuff. I can't really see from here, but I can at least see the drone and that's cool. And then I'm gonna go back. And that's practically it. The last thing that I want to mention on the drone is that you can change the settings. So if you're still feeling like a little uncomfortable with filming and stuff, or because sometimes when you're filming video and the stick, like you have it at one spot, but you don't keep it at the same consistency, it'll really mess up the whole process of you even doing video because you want it to be as smooth as possible. So right now I have it at standard, but if you change it to precision, let me change it real quick. You can have more of a constant video look, and then I have it all the way up, but it's still going at a good pace and whatnot. So let me exit out of there. And then you just have it at one pace so that it looks more cinematic. And sometimes if you even do this on 24, you might not even have to do slow-mo and whatnot. But those are just a few things that I wanted to mention about it. Like I said, if it's really bright, you're gonna have to have the Polar Pro filters and whatnot. But just to recap everything, so for photography, you're gonna have to keep the shutter at 1/125th. And for the, practically that doesn't matter whatever if you're just trying to take pictures. But if it's for video, the shutter, you're gonna want to have it at, like I said, at 50, 150, or 250. Depending on the frame rate that you're shooting. And that's really all about it. And as I've been messing around with the drone, like I said, for the ISO, you're gonna have the ISO at least below 1600, but I try to keep it at 800 so that the video looks more clean and there isn't like this, what's it called? this grainy video. And so to get rid of that grainy video, you have to keep the ISO low, because that's what digitally manipulates the amount of light that the drone lets in. But yeah, that's all I really had to say about doing video and photography for the drone. Those are just the bare minimum, just the bare basics. And so yeah, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and hopefully this answers some of your questions. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Peace. Oh, and if you want a tutorial on like editing after you take the photos or after you take the video, let me know in the comment sections and I'll do that video. Thank you so much, guys. Peace for real this time.